These are some of the wealthiest people on the planet, with net worths of hundreds of millions of dollars. But how did they get so rich? Well, what if I told you these were politicians? Now, you may think they made their money honorably, being highly productive citizens and providing actual value to their communities, making all of their money from an honest yearly salary. Of course you don't think that, because they don't. Most of these politicians are lawmakers, and being a lawmaker, you can intentionally create laws to benefit the stocks you trade, or gain important insider information before the public does. For example, on June 3rd, 2021, Nancy Pelosi made a trade on Nvidia, and a couple days later, pretty interesting, right? I'm sure Nancy Pelosi didn't somehow know the stock was gonna go up by knowing which government laws were gonna get passed to benefit Nvidia. The stock is up 637% as of today. Yeah, 637%. So it gave me a thought, a really stupid, potentially genius thought. While all of this was happening, the internet is foaming at the mouth about how corrupt and evil this whole thing is. And while yes, lawmakers being able to make money off the laws they create does sound a bit corrupt. Actually, it sounds really corrupt. But I figured, if you can't beat them, join them. So that's exactly what I did. I'm just gonna straight up copy them. No, seriously, I'm copying every trade a politician takes for a month. But if I was gonna do this, I needed to do it right. So I had to make some rules for this video. I defined high-performing politicians, not just your average Joe politician.
My name is Joe Biden and I love ice cream.
Ones with high win rates, historically good trades, and most importantly, high profits. To get the best out of this experiment, I'll be using a trading balance of $10,000. I had to copy every single trade these politicians made for a full month. No analysis, no second guessing, just pure unfiltered copying. A senator shorts Tesla, I short Tesla. Congresswoman buys Nvidia, I buy Nvidia. Some random lawmaker buys a random toaster company, I'm buying the goddamn toaster company. Will I get rich by doing this, or will I willingly be throwing away $10,000? Well, let's find out. So here's the plan. First, we need to find what politicians we're gonna be copying. After we find said politicians, we need to find a way to see all of their trades in real time. Once we find that, we'll then proceed to blindly copy all of their trades. Speaking of copying trades, let me show you something. Now, this is an ad, so don't get mad at me, but it actually may help you out. So I recently found this website, and it lets you copy trades of professional traders. Just sort the traders by win rate, select the best performing one, then simply click copy. HankerTrade will then proceed to automatically take all the same trades as the trader you are following. So when their balance goes up, your balance goes up. So if you followed a high performing analyst that wins consistently, you can make some pretty decent gains. Actually, you can make some really good gains. If you're interested in checking this out, just click the HankerTrade link in my description and check out the copy trading feature. Alright, back to the video. So we completed all the steps to copy these politicians. Then we do the final task, which is print money. Sounds pretty simple, right? Well, there's a tiny, microscopic, absolutely massive problem we have. While politicians legally do have to disclose all the trades they take, they don't necessarily have to disclose them immediately. Actually, they don't have to disclose them for up to 45 days. Yeah, that sounds like a big problem. If we get the trade alert for some of our trades 45 days later after the politician entered, we could potentially be entering at the worst possible time, as we could be entering extremely late, like really late, and would essentially be entering after the catalyst has already happened, meaning we'd be catching a falling knife. So yeah, that's a problem. So I did some research, and not all politicians take 45 days to disclose their trades. Some do it a day after they take their trade, some do it a week or two after. Could this be a big enough problem to where it would mess up our whole strategy? Or would it just be a minor road bump in the process? So first, I needed to find the most profitable politicians. The dirtiest, wealthiest, grimiest motherfuckers out there. So, I can copy them. I went on ChatGPT and simply asked it to give me the top 10 performing politicians based on their win rate and profitability. It then proceeded to spit out all the names of politicians I should be tracking, their name, and how much the portfolio increased in the last 12 months. Well, that was easy. So now we have a list of all the names of the most profitable traders in Congress and can sort them chronologically by their profit rate. I think I'm in love. Next, we need to find a way to see what specific stocks these politicians are trading. So I did a simple Google search and found this site. To test it, I posted a politician's name in the search bar, and voila, it gave me all their most recent trades they've taken, and it posts in real time. It posts the company name, how much they entered in with, when the transaction was filled, and when the politician personally entered into the trade. Next, we needed to copy these so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna wake up an hour before the market opens, check the website, and look through the 10 politicians we are tracking. I'll check to see if they made any recent trades, make a spreadsheet of that day's trades, and enter into each and every single one of them. Also, I did some thinking in the shower this morning. I don't know why I thought of this in the shower, kinda weird, but moving on. I had an idea of implementing a small rule that I think could benefit this strategy just an teensy tiny bit. I added a 1-month filter for the filing of the stocks we're trading. So if a politician didn't file their stock trade in less than a month, I wouldn't take that trade. That way I was only trading semi-recently taken trades, then buy and sell based off that info. Now that I'm thinking about it, doing all this work is gonna really suck. This is just the beginning. I'm gonna make this a full video series where I copy politicians and show everything that happens, all the winning trades and all the losing ones. But why am I doing this? To answer the age-old question, can copying politicians actually be a profitable trading strategy? Or am I just lighting my money on fire? Now, I figured some of you would want to follow along in real time, so I made a free newsletter. Just click the link in my description, enter your email, and I'll send you all the trades I'm copying from these politicians for free. But here's the thing, I've already started this experiment, and let's just say things are escalating. Will this be a genius move or a huge mistake? Find out next on Trading Lab News. Well, by that I mean the second video that's coming out. This is a series, not a news channel. I always f up these outros.
My name is Joe Biden and I love ice cream. You all think I'm kidding, I'm not. I eat more ice cream than the 3 other people you'd like to be with.